Today is April 24th. Today's quote is entitled, Respect from a Distance. It is said by Visvanatha Cakravarti Thakura that even if one is a Vaisnava, if he is not of good character, his company should be avoided, although he may be offered the respect of a Vaisnava. Anyone who accepts Visnu as the Supreme Personality of Godhead is accepted as a Vaisnava. But a Vaisnava is expected to develop all the good qualities of the demigods. This is a quote by Srila Prabhupada. The reason I included this is that sometimes devotees have concerns, questions, or they even feel guilty that they're not getting along well with certain devotees, or maybe certain departments, or maybe even certain temples. And they feel like, well, I should be close to and have a good relationship with everyone. In general, that's true. But what's significant here is that sometimes two devotees are just very different. They come from different backgrounds or different cultures. They see the world differently, different personalities, and they just don't get along well together. Or they wouldn't really make good friends or good association. So sometimes we may feel bad and say, I don't like that devotee, or I don't want to be with that devotee, or I don't want to work with that devotee, and we feel like, well, maybe there's something wrong with me. So I just wanted to include this quote, not as an excuse for that, but just to make the point that sometimes some situations are not healthy for certain devotees, or some relationships may not be healthy for certain devotees. So what Prabhupada's saying here is that we may not want to intimately associate with devotees perhaps who are not very advanced or very Krishna conscious, or whose consciousness and behavior might actually have a negative effect on us. But still we should respect them, because devotees are in all different levels of Krishna consciousness. So sometimes the devotee recognizes, well, these devotees here, they're not very advanced, I'm not very advanced. If I associate with them, it won't be good for me. I need higher association. I need to associate with more senior devotees. So that's just a realization, that's being honest. I respect those other devotees, but I acknowledge that their association is not that helpful for me, or there's a particular situation, there's a certain mentality going on in this particular temple or department, and it makes me feel very uncomfortable, uninspired, and it's hard for me to work with it. So you respect from a distance, and you recognize that perhaps I can't work in this department or with these specific devotees. Now, I'm not saying that that's always the case. Sometimes the case is there's something that we need to change in ourselves, the way we're doing things, seeing things, feeling things, and so forth. But sometimes it isn't. That's not the problem. The problem is that perhaps these devotees here are not the best association for me, or perhaps I'm not the best association for them. But I respect them. I don't offend them. I just acknowledge that perhaps it's not best that we work together, or perhaps it's not best that I have their association. And I just wanted to mention that bring in this quote because Prabhupada talks about it. Birds of a feather fly together. So the whole key is always to remain respectful, whatever's happening. Even if something's going wrong and we see problems, we have to discuss them. The key is always remain respectful and never offend anyone.